Great Tuesday evening. Hope you had a wonderful day in the Lord. Countdown toward the end of this year, 2020. And we are in the sum of 2020. We're in the 40th chapter of Genesis. And I was thinking that this chapter was coming soon, and it's here. Remember, Joseph was in prison, right, from Potiphar's wife, claiming that he chased her when it was the other way around. Well, there were two other gentlemen who were thrown in prison. It was the baker and the butler. And they were in charge, or they worked in the Egyptian king's house, and they offended the ruler, the Pharaoh, in some way. And it says that Pharaoh was wroth against two of his officers. Yeah, the chief of the butlers and the bakers. And both of them had a dream. And Joseph replied to the men as far as, how are we going to get the interpretations? It says in verse 8, Joseph said unto them, do not interpretations belong to God? Yeah. So the Lord will reveal meanings, the definitions, analysis, understandings, especially when we have His Spirit. He will reveal. He'll give us the spirit of revelation so much that He will privy His children to, if we are open to His will. He will put things in our path. He will show us things to come. If we're listening, there are no coincidences, but the Lord allows us to see and to have knowledge of things. As we draw closer, He's always speaking, He's always revealing. And it says that He is the one who unlocks the meaning. Well, Joseph was able to interpret both dreams to the men. The chief baker saw that the interpretation was good. Yeah, because he was like, wow, that's a good interpretation for the butler, right? It says that, where does it say that? In verse, it says, the chief butler told the dream, and then within 3 days, Pharaoh was going to bring him back into his position, unto his place. And thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand after the former manner when thou wast his butler. But think on me, this is key. Joseph gave interpretation of the dream, and Joseph was like, okay, remember me, because I told you I revealed things. And it says in verse 14, but think of me when it shall be well with thee. Okay, don't forget me, and show kindness, I pray thee, unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house, because I am not guilty. Because it says in verse 15, for indeed I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrews. Now, isn't that something that he didn't throw his brothers under the bus? He didn't say like, yeah, my dirty siblings sold me into slavery, and at first they threw me into a pit, and they were just salty at me, and they just hated me. No, he didn't even reveal that. He was just like, I was stolen away from the land, and here also I have done nothing. He didn't even talk about Potiphar's wife being this dirty, scrounge. No, he didn't even say that. He said, I did nothing that they should put me in this dungeon, right? We don't even have to explain ourselves, right? God will reveal how to answer people, how to respond. But it is the Lord who avenged for us. He's the one who pays back. And we know that we would have gone to the 29th chapter of Proverbs, and verse 11. It says, a fool uttereth. They just spill it all out, their whole mind. But a wise one, man, woman, keepeth it until afterwards. So we don't have to give all the details. It's not about being deceptive, but the Lord will tell us what to reveal as he reveals to us. Yeah, because he wants to be able to trust us. And in verse 20 of chapter 29 it says, seest thou a man or woman that is hasty in their words to spill it all out? There is more hope of a fool than of him. No, let's wait on the Lord. Let's be of good courage. Let him order our words. And we know that in due time he will reward us. Well, we know the last verse of chapter 40 of Genesis says, yet did not the chief butler remember him, Joseph, but forget him. Listen, Joseph was still in jail, but the Lord was with him in prison, and he did great things. Have a wonderful evening, trusting in the Lord.